Hello, everyone. I'm going to have to close that curtain a minute because it's just shining right into the camera. So that's not good, is it? That's not going to be very good straight away. Hang on a minute. Not any better? Not any better? Oh, thank God. Maybe a little bit here. That's probably better. Hi, everyone. Sorry about yesterday. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, life, isn't it? I've got to go and let the bag in. So yeah, Amy, operation. Can you hear me now, guys? Can you hear me? Hear me or not? Hello. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me now? Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because what I have to do is when somebody rings, I have to go in and out again. So, yeah, so got the boiler man coming. So I'll have to go and let him in a minute and then come back again. It's just life. He was meant to come at 9 o'clock and he didn't. So he's arriving after 2. So do apologise, guys. It's life, isn't it? Sometimes it just, yeah. And the guy from Smart Meter as well, he decided to ring up and say, yes, I'm going to come between 2 and 6 too to do your new smart meter. So I'm like, oh my God, why is it they always come between 2 and 6? You know what I mean? It's like, I'm trying to do a live here, guys. Please give me a break. So yeah, so I'll hear the dogs in a minute and they will be barking because this man will be coming. He might phone again because he can't find me, my address. He said, I don't know where your address is. That's why he phoned me. So he might phone again. If he phones again, guys, I'll have to go in and come out again and come back to you again, okay? If that makes sense. I'm really, really sorry about this. Just an absolute nightmare. But as I say, it's life, isn't it? Anyway, so how is everybody? Let's say hello to people. So we've got Chris. Hi, Chris. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Lynn. How are you, my love? Hope you're okay. Hi, Monkey Thrifter. How are you? You can hear me now, I hope. Hi, Kathy, my love. How are you? Uncle Albert, great to see you. And who else have we got? That's it, I think. And breathe. Yes, exactly. And breathe. Anyway, never mind. So, time to check with the postman. You can always find it. Yeah, well, unfortunately, this gas man who is coming to fix my boiler, who I have to say, I had a new boiler fitted last week. And guess what? It's a new boiler and it's cutting out all the time. So it's doing exactly the same thing that I had the new boiler fitted for in the first place. So anyway, never mind, it's fine. I'm absolutely fine, it's fine. It's just a case of, you know, when these people turn up at 9 o'clock, they're meant to turn up at 9 o'clock, not at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But hey ho, it's life, isn't it? So yeah, well, what can we do? What can we do? So I was going to do some live listings with you. I was going to do Vinted. So does anybody know about Vinted? Does anybody use Vinted? Here we go. Here we go again. We're back in a minute. Wait a minute, guys. Right, I'm back. Oh my God, this is just a comedy of errors, isn't it? Can you hear me? Right, I'm going to go and let the guy in, okay? I'll be back in a minute. Talk among yourselves, and I'll let you back in a minute, okay? Right, I'm going to go let the gas man in, and then I'm going to come back, okay? So I'll be back in 1 minute. Don't go away, guys, okay? I'll be back in a minute. And I'll try and put you a bit there so you don't have the light. I'll be back in a minute. Right, he hasn't turned up yet, so I don't know where he is. I'm just listening out from the door. Anyway, never mind. Can you hear the dogs? That is comedy of errors, I swear to God. Today's a comedy of errors. Right, okay. Not had water rates yet, but I'm sure it's not far behind. Oh God, I know. It's just like I paid my money for my gas, right? I don't want to go on about this because this isn't really about what it is, but I pay my gas, and what? For what? I get a broken down boiler, and it's a brand new boiler as well. So yeah, but hey ho. Cheaper up north, yeah, definitely cheaper up north, Chris. So I'm just waiting on him. You know, he just told me he's parking behind my car, and I've just gone there and he's not there. So I don't know where he is, but I'll listen for the door in a minute. Anyway, right. So does anybody use Vinted, by the way? I am going to be using Vinted. I'm going to be putting a lot of stuff on Vinted today. I've got some more dolls to put on as well. And yeah, I have actually tidied this place up. Right, there he is. I'll be back in a minute. Right, let him in. Let him in. The dogs are going mad, as obviously. But he's in my bedroom now. That sounded wrong, didn't it? But he's in my bedroom. The boiler room is in my bedroom. Yeah, so he's in my bedroom anyway. But yeah, so guys, so I was going to show you some stuff, and yeah, completely got lost because everything has just gone wrong today. So yeah, so I'm probably going to sound an absolute thingy. Maybe someone can do a good tutorial on Vinted. Yeah, exactly, yes. So I was going to do a tutorial on Vinted today. So does anybody use Vinted at all? I find Vinted really, 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 really good. So I know you're not meant to buy on it because you're a reseller, and I know you're meant to sell on it because you're a reseller. So what I do is I don't tend to sell loads of stuff every single day on Vinted. But I do purchase a lot of stuff to resell on eBay. So what I do is, and I don't know whether people use Vinted or not. I hope you're not going to let him out. I don't know who uses Vinted. I use Vinted a lot. I use Vinted for picking things up. So does anybody use Vinted? Let's just ask somebody on the chat here. Does anybody use Vinted at all or not? Does anyone know what Vinted is? I think he's how is this turning into something like this? This is meant to be like a reseller tutorial here, guys. Kathy, you're so funny. Right. Okay, so yeah, so we are going to talk about Vinted today. So Vinted is a platform, obviously, and it's a lot easier to list than eBay. Now, I don't know if you've been watching, is it Mrs. England Emporium at the moment? I've been watching some of her videos, and actually she's not doing too well on the old sales at the moment, which is bless her, which is such a shame. So I hope her sales go better for her. I have been watching it. Hi. Hi, Paul. You're not late to the party, my love. Trust me, it's been an absolute comedy of errors. Anyway, I have had a boilerman come, and he's here now. He's meant to be here at 9 o'clock, and he came here at 2 o'clock. So anyway, never mind. He's here now. So yeah, so I was just going to go on about Vinted, guys. So, hi, Celia. How are you? So does anybody use Vinted at all? Let me know. Anybody use Vinted? Because I'm going to do a tutorial on Vinted for you all today, because I haven't really sourced a lot of stuff. So I thought I would literally just come on and talk about Vinted. Hi, Celia. How are you, my love? Hope you're okay. So yeah, so if anyone hasn't got Vinted, you just literally go onto your Play Store app and type in Vinted, and it will come up. Now it's very easy to join as well. So that's my one there. I've got it up there. I don't know if you can see, it's pretty too thing, but if I could put Vinted up for you anyway. Only for buying. Yeah, you see, I only do it for, you can see it there. So only for buying. So there's one there, just for instance. So only for buying. I only do it for buying as well. I don't resell on it at all. I sell my own clothes on it, but I'm pretty sort of savvy about what I do, because Vinted is good. I've tried to buy a handbag on Vinted and can't understand how. Are they prioritized, and how much is postage? Don't get it. Right, so for instance, if you want to purchase a bag, Kathy, you can literally go onto it, purchase your bag, you can just press onto it, and it should come up. If you don't actually have Vinted, you have to, obviously it's like eBay, you have to put like a pay in it. So for instance, like a credit card or PayPal or something like that, so that when you see the item, you press it and it'll come with the postage. So you've got different posts. You've got InPost, you've got Every, I'm going to call it My Home is then. You've got Every, InPost. You can do Royal Mail. What you can do is you can actually yourself, you can check off the list of the postages as well. This is all in here. It's very easy. I've got a Vinted account here, so you'd literally, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you on this because it sometimes shines, but all you do is, I'm quite happy to show you my Vinted because I think it's really good. So if you search here, for instance, and we'll go women. So Kathy would just go women there. If you see that, it says women there up at the top. You see it? Yeah. If you cast on women, put in the search item bit there for a handbag. So you want to put a handbag in there. So we're going to put handbag, for instance, for Kathy. Then we go into this, and all the handbags will come up. So they'll all come up like that. And then because I've got an account, obviously I can show you how it works. So say for instance I want, I like that one, you know, £2. It's £2, new look. There you go. The ones that want a new look, £2 there, Kathy. You see that? £2. Okay. And you can press the buy now. So if you press buy now, so I can press buy now because I'm not going to buy it, but I'm just going to show you what it means. So you can press that buy now. Okay. So what comes up then is, you can see that it says £5.10 to pay. So that's the postage. Now you can change that. So for instance, you can either ship it to home, it'll cost you another 50p, or you can do it at pickup point. I tend to do pickup points now because they're a lot easier. Lidl is just around the corner from me, so I always go to pickup points if it's this, you know, if it's available, and then it will tell you your actual where it is. So it's in Littlehampton, that's in Lidl, like I said, on New Road, so you can go pick it up. So that's how I do it. I've got a parcel actually to pick up myself actually when I finish here, to go into Lidl's and pick one up, because they send them to them. So it's really, really good way to pick up stuff as well. So I buy to resell sometimes, but it is good though. It is good. I pick a lot of Barbie dolls from there, to be honest with you. Bundle them together and resell them on eBay, because if you buy one doll, you know, it's fine. But these dolls are like a couple of pounds each. They're not even like, you know, it's so cheap on Vinted. I'm picking them all up. I'm just bundling together, so I'm paying like. And also as well, if you see a person and they've got bundles, so they're selling more than one, if you click on to the seller, so see that seller there, for instance, you click onto the seller, all her items there, that's what she's selling there. So they're all her items selling there. See them? So she's selling all those items. Now, if you want to get more than one, so you want to do a bundle, if you want to shop, you press, because you save on postage if you like get a couple from her. So if you press shop, that creates bundles, and you can just add each one, and you should only get, you can then send it to her. She will come back to you with the postage cost, and then you can do the deal whether you want it or not, or you think it's too expensive or whatever. So yeah, so that's a really, really good way of how to get some stock as well, really, to be honest with you, especially, I mean, it is pretty cheap. So for instance as well, I can show you. So Kathy wanted that bag, maybe £2, and maybe think, oh, you know, that's all right. But you can go back, and here, can you see here, if you want a different color or a brand, condition, color, price. So I'm going to go price, okay? So put in price. So go price, like that. You see that? Is that okay? You see it? You enter price, it comes up price from, price to. So if you put in like, I don't know, say you put in like £2 to £5, for instance, yeah, and then you show results. And when you show the results, over 500 bags come in with that price range of £2 to £5. So you actually can then search. So you don't have to like go through every single one. Hi, Laura. You don't have to go through every single one. You know, because I know a lot of people do. They go to Vinted, they go, oh yeah, well, I'll just search through this. You can search by size, price, brand. So for instance, brand would be like, what brand could we say? Nike. So we get Nike up. So Nike, there we go. Press in Nike, show results, and we have all of the Nike stuff comes up there. Now again, if you think, oh, okay, some of that's quite expensive, you can then still go into your price. So the price is £2 to £5. So they're only bringing up the Nike stuff that's worth £2 to £5. And so you show results. So all those are just £2 to £5, those ones. You see? So there isn't going to be a lot there because obviously it's Nike, isn't it? But if you were to put in, you know, like, I don't know, 20 to 50, for instance, price wise. So if we change that, you can always change it as well. I know it's a bit light here, isn't it? But you can always change it. So if you see that, you can change it. So you change it to 20 to 50, say, and then show results. And you'll get 32 results there. So then that will show you the ones that are obviously a bit more expensive. But yeah, but it is really, really good. You can pay a little bit more for a wardrobe spotlight as well if you want to actually have an account on there. And I'm just going to show you live how easy it is as well to put on Vinted. So I'm just going to grab something now. I've decided I'm going to sell one of the dolls on Vinted. So I'm just going to grab the doll now. So, Ken, So Ken, the Ken doll. So the Ken doll, obviously he's not boxed. You know, I thought about putting him on eBay, but then I thought, you know what, I'm going to put him on Vinted instead. So literally put him on Vinted. Although, you know, technically not meant to do it, but anyway, I only do it like a few times a week. It's not a regular thing. It's more on eBay, but yeah, this is just for the purpose of the video. I did wardrobe spotlight. It done okay. Yeah, see that it's really good wardrobe spotlight. You pay a little bit extra, but you actually get to bump them up as well, so they're seen more. So yeah, so there we go. So he's in quite good condition. So what you do is you go to sell. So if you can see that there, it says sell right in the middle. So you go to sell, and it says upload photos. I don't know if you can see this because there's light. You can turn it around a bit. Upload photos there. So upload photos. Then I can click onto my camera and just literally take a picture of him. So just take a picture of him. Try and do it on a white background as well, because the white background's always better. White background, well, I think it is. It shows it up better. So I'm going to take a picture of him there. Take a picture of his back. Take a picture of his face as well. I think sometimes we take pictures of their face as well. And just let them know that one of his little buttons is missing, and I'll do that in the actual thing. So press done. So when you press done, you can see that I have done a picture of him on Vinted. So we're going to go back, press yes, because you can actually click and drag and rearrange them if you're not happy with the way that they're looking. And then title is, I don't know, I'll just put Prince Ken, for instance. So Prince Ken. Prince Ken. And I'll put Barbie as well, because if I don't put Barbie, I don't think people will find it under Prince Ken. So if I put Barbie, because Barbie and Ken. So yeah, so that's what I tend to do. And then you get a chance to say what your condition is, a bit like eBay, condition, what it is. So new with tags, new without tags, very good, good, satisfactory. So I'm going to put good because it's missing one of its tiny little buttons. So I'll just put it as good. And then I would just describe it. So I put in here, for instance, just saying missing one of gold buttons, please see hick. So that means you're telling them to please see the picture. So there's no misunderstanding at all. Yeah, so that's all you can put. But other than that, and I'll put, but other than that, still very, you know, very good condition for age, because he is 90s, so good condition for age. So I'll just put that. And then what you do is you put in a category. So you've got a category there, and it comes up with the categories there. I'll just say it there. So it comes up with kids, toys, games, and dolls, kids, toys, games. I'm going to put in dolls. So you just literally click on the doll one there. You can see. The lighting's not very good in here, is it? Then it'll come up with your parcel size. So what do you think you're going to do for parcels? So parcel size, I would say, is a small, because it's only like a little doll, isn't it? So I would choose small for parcels, and I would put done. And my parcels are obviously in post as well. And then all you do is you press your upload. So literally you just press upload there. So it's just an upload. Press the upload. So it's a Ken, and then the price. So, you know, it's not going to be a lot, because yeah, I won't charge a lot for this one. I've made my money back now anyway, near enough, so I can just charge you know, whatever. So I'm going to put, then I'm going to put done, and then the size. I mean, I suppose I've put maybe 5 years because it's probably not for a 3-year-old to play with, for instance. And then you upload, and that's it. It's uploaded. There you go. And that's it on. That's it on now. I've got 24 items on at the moment, and I've got that one on. And when it actually sells, I've sold all these ones. These have all been sold already. These are all sold. These are mostly my clothes as well. But I've sold them all there. You know, it's up to you. If you want to take them to a charity shop, or if you want to sell them on Vinted. I tend to sell them on Vinted now. And again, it's about, you get feedback. So for instance, the way you get paid, if you're selling something and you have to post it, so I would just say post it really quickly if you can. Vinted gives you 5 days to post it. If you haven't posted it by 5 days, they will then return the money to the buyer. So you need to post it as soon as you can, really. Once you've posted it, once they've received it and picked it up, they will then come back to Vinted, because it'll say, oh, you know, your parcel has arrived. Can you come pick it up? So you go back, and Vinted will give you a notification. You click on that, and you say, if everything's okay, you've opened the parcel, you're quite happy with everything, and you put, yeah, everything is okay. And so they will then be paid if you say everything's okay. If everything's not okay, and you actually say, no, there's a problem, then that money will be put on hold until it's sorted out. So in a way, with eBay, when a person doesn't arrive with their parcel, they just literally put all your money on hold straight away. In Vinted, it gives you a little bit more leeway. But yeah, I've actually had one this week, a doll not turned up. It's Every, and they haven't received it. I did send it to them. I have sent them the tracking number, but as usual, I've tried to contact Every, and you can't contact them at all. It is ridiculous. I've tried their number, and it says, please give this 16-digit tracking number. Well, the only problem with that is it starts with an actual letter, so you can't give them an actual digit number, because you don't have a letter on a phone. So how can you do that? So they say, oh, can you please tell us like 4 digits, then 4 digits, then 4 digits, and 4. And I'm like, okay, so I'm doing all that. No. In the end, I actually get through to a My Hermes chat, and that was it. And I couldn't even get hold of anybody. I just keep getting told this parcel has been delayed, and it is going to go out soon. We are so sorry, blah blah blah. And you just think, oh, do you know what? I should have just sent it Royal Mail. I know Royal Mail might be a little bit more expensive, but do you know what? I'm not really like feeling it with Every at the moment. I mean, don't get me wrong, some of them do arrive, and some of them you can go and they say have been delivered, which is absolutely fine. But when one goes array. Hi, Lindsay and Alvin. How are you, my loves? Use a pass tracking number. A pass tracking number. Okay. Yep, I can do that. Yeah. So it, you know, I don't know. I'm just probably sort of like, you know, I'm not bad mouthing anybody here. We're very good company, but I just feel that sometimes it can be a little bit stressful, because you know the person really wants the doll, and you know they're sort of messaging me saying, are you doing everything you can? And I'm saying, yes, I'm doing everything I can. You know, I've been on to Every 3 times today, for instance. I've been on, you know, to sort of like just a minute. Yeah, hi.
Right, all done. I've put in a new circuit board into the board, just because there has been an inherent fault with the electrics inside an updated version.
Oh, okay.
So what we're having is a problem with power going to the pump. Every now and then, if the pump's not spinning,
All right. Okay.
So I've just tested it with new circuit board.
Yeah.
It's all working like it should do.
Okay.
The only thing I'll say to you is, are there any radiators in the house that are turned right off?
There is a couple, yes.
It's just because you've got quite a powerful boiler, so
Right.
it can be, if too many of them are turned off on the system when the heat kicks in,
right,
it can sometimes overheat because it hasn't got that sort of surface area to disperse
oh,
into.
right, okay.
So if there's some that are fully shut off, it might just be worth opening them to say no. At least then they'll get a bit of heat. I'm just going to nick downstairs and try hot water, and then I'm all done.
Okay, thanks very much. Thanks a lot.
Take care.
Cheers. Right, sorry, that was the boiler man. So yeah. So just everybody's just that, you know, just I don't know. It's just I feel sorry for the woman because she really wants the doll and it seems to have been lost. I can't even figure it out myself. It just keeps saying, you know, oh, this parcel has been delayed. It's going to be, you know, the next day. Mr. Plummer, yeah, that's right, Mr. Plummer. So yeah, I don't know. It's absolutely crazy, really crazy at the moment. But yeah, so I don't know how you guys feel, but you know, when you send out, I mean, I've sent out so many parcels over the last week, mostly dolls, and I just get this whole feeling like when I send it out, oh, please God, let it arrive. And yeah, it's you know, you want to be able to use. I mean, I'm actually thinking about using InPost. I have to say, InPost, right, is really good, like really good. Like Every's was okay, but now I'm kind of thinking I might use InPost because InPost seems quite easy. We have a pair of parcels that have been mixed up. I hope that Every have lost one so we can claim it and not have to exchange 10 items. Oh, yeah, no, Kathy, that just seems like a real headache for you as well, bless you. Yeah, that's the thing about it. I mean, I really might just change to InPost. It's really easy to use as well. I find it easy to use. You just go to the place, you get a code sent to your phone, you put the code in from your phone into it, straight away out, and then the parcel thing opens. I'll have a look at his videos, but he's done so many videos. I guess I'll just have to put in Every in his search thing and it should come up, shouldn't it? But I will check that here, definitely. So yeah, so that's, you know, it's just a case of like I might have to change my parcels. I did think about going Royal Mail with a actual account where they come and pick them up, but then my post office is just literally, you know, underneath me, so it doesn't really make any sense. But I might try InPost because yeah, I've had so many problems with Every at the moment, and I know it's not their fault, but yeah, and this poor woman as well, she's just, oh, you know, I got it for my daughter and, you know, and I really want it, and can't you just, you know, try and every. I said, look, I have done everything I absolutely physically can, literally I have, you know, but I just think they've lost the parcel. I think they just lost it. It's a shame they've lost it. We had a parcel at Christmas time that kept saying delayed. It did arrive eventually. Yeah, you see, and I have said that to the woman. I have said it might arrive. Because a couple of days ago it said, oh, they haven't picked it up, so we're returning the parcel back to yourself. Well, that's fine. If they return the parcel back, okay, not a problem. I can just return the parcel and then send it to the woman. Do you know what I mean? It's not a problem. But then yesterday when I went on it again, they said, oh, the parcel has actually been delayed and is going to be delivered. So you think to yourself, well, just make your mind up. What are you actually doing? Are you sending it back to me, or are you actually pack link? Oh, okay, Kathy, I might have a look into that. I'm just trying to find someone that is easier and doesn't give you a bit of a headache, because honestly, I know it's only one parcel, but oh my gosh, this poor woman, I feel so sorry for her as well. Like, so sorry for her. I even said to eBay, shall I just refund the poor woman, and, you know, and at the end of the day, then I can maybe just claim it eventually or something. But eBay were like, well, no, because she's opened a case, obviously, because it hasn't arrived, which is fair enough. And she said, you just have to wait. She said, usually, obviously, if you've done everything that you can, you know, eBay might favour you, but then I would feel bad on that, because at the end of the day, if you haven't actually received your parcel, then you should really get your money back, shouldn't you? So we'll see what happens anyway. We'll see what happens. But as I say, I have said to eBay I will refund the woman, bless her, because she's beside herself about this doll. Anyway, never mind. So yeah, but you know, that's life, isn't it? It's life of reseller. I don't know what you guys think, but I sometimes think to myself, you know, I get up in the morning and go, right, I'm going to list all these things. I'm going to check my eBay, check my Vinted, you know, and then before you know it, it's like, when you do a list, can you hear me now? Somebody phoned me. When somebody phones on this phone, it's to do with the boiler, then the sound goes. I have to come in and come out again. So I do apologise about that. I am going to try and use my other phone. I am hoping, fingers crossed, next week I'm going to be getting an iPad. So yeah, so it'll be a lot better. Hi, can you hear me now? Yes, that's what happens, unfortunately. When somebody phones, it all goes Pete Tong, and yeah, you don't hear me, and so I have to go in and come out again. But I can get back in. I can just like go out and come back in again. But it is a bit annoying. I know. I appreciate that. So yeah, so I don't know what I'm saying now. See, but yeah, at the end of the day, you know, I was just wondering if people use all of their characters for their listings. So when we go to list on eBay, we have 80 characters. So does everyone use the 80 characters? I mean, do you try and put as many words in it, or do you think that's just pretty, like, not a good thing? So for instance, if I was going to do list her, for instance, if I was going to list her, would I put in a load of like things on a listing? Because I have tend to do that, but I don't know whether that's whether it's going to be worth it or not. I don't know. Do you think keywords obviously are a main thing, aren't they, on a listing? So you know, how would we describe her? Sometimes all characters is overkill. Yeah, try and use all 80 or as near to 80 as possible. Try to use the whole 80 characters with as many keywords as possible. Yes, that's what I was thinking. So I was thinking, is that what I should do? Should I just use them all? Because I tend to try and use as much as I can. But with the doll, for instance, obviously she is an older doll. So I just put in like vintage doll. But it's really difficult, isn't it, to use the 80 characters when you're trying to think about what you should put in. So do you put in brown, like she's got brown eyes, or do you put in like, you know, she's got vintage clothes, or do you put in like she's got vintage? Do you know what I mean? It's really difficult. And eBay's been pretty slow. Has anyone found eBay slow at the moment? Because I've been doing a lot of auctions though, and mine, I mean, it's been all right for me, but with these dolls. But I know a lot of people have done buy it now, obviously, where you know you buy it, which is fine. Have you found it pretty slow this week for eBay? Because I think some people are finding it rather slow at the moment, or is it ticking over nicely for you? If it is, that's absolutely fabulous. eBay very slow for us. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that it's been really slow, which is a real shame, because I'm hoping that April, fingers crossed, is going to be better. I mean, I think as well, we've had the obviously the cost of living as well, isn't it? And you know, it's gone up. So, but then you think, because the cost of living has gone up, you would think that the second sort of like people like, you know, reusing stuff would be going through the roof, because I know for a fact that if I'm going out now, I hardly go to Asda or Tesco anymore for clothes. I used to. I hardly go to out in the high streets anymore and go to any of the high street stores to get clothes anymore, because on Vinted you can get Zara, you can get sort of like New Look, you can get all these different things anyway. And yeah, they are like secondhand, but these people are sending these things that are really good, in really good condition, you know, and for a fraction of the price. So why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you do that? Why wouldn't you go, you know, it's the end of the if it's the end of the government help with energy bills. I know. And the council tax, I've just got my council tax bill through as well. So yeah. Anyway, we're going to that. But yeah, no, you're right, Kathy. It is. It's the end of the help with the energy bills, and yeah, what we're going to do now. So I would hope by April we will be you know, eBay will be going soaring again, because definitely, you know, reuse, repurpose, you know, whatever you want to call it, you know, things that you can sell. I'm sure it'll go through the roof for clothing, because people will be buying stuff secondhand rather than new. People will buy cheaper necessities, but trip luxuries. Yeah, some people do, but I think a lot of people, they tend to think that, you know, well, actually, I mean, if it's me, for instance, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love a luxury item. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I love to go into those, you know, oh, drop luxuries. Yeah, no, you're right. They all drop luxuries. I love my little luxuries. Like I like my nails done, for instance. But you know, this month has been pretty bad for eBay, if I was honest. And you know, I haven't been able to get my nails done just yet, because I have to put food on the table. And the gas bill has to be paid. The electric bill has to be paid. You know, food has to be done every single week. Do you know what I mean? It's just these things, isn't it, that we all take for granted. And then when it comes up to the whole sort of like cost of living crash, you're like, you know what? My God, yeah. You know, I mean, I can't get eggs. I can't work with these eggs. I've actually got a TikTok account, and I've done I've done a video on there about the shortage of eggs in Tesco. Well, it did make me laugh, guys. You know, we ended up having this Tesco magazine, this Easter Tesco magazine, you know, and they're promoting their Easter eggs, but you can't get proper eggs in Tesco. So that made me laugh a bit. So I was getting all these, like, on these pages, doing all these recipes with like, oh, just add 2 eggs here, just add eggs here, add eggs here. And you're like, well, I would, and I would use your recipes if I could buy eggs in your store. So yeah, so it's just little things like that, isn't it? Like, you know, shortages. There's going to be shortages anyway, but yeah, it just made me laugh a bit. But yeah, so the cost of living is pretty bad at the moment, and I know everyone's feeling the pinch. But I would hope that surely wouldn't the second-hand sort of like market be booming? We always buy our eggs from farms, never get them from supermarkets anyway. Yeah, that's great, Kathy. If you live in that area, if you live in a rural area, that's great. I don't tend to live in the rural area. I live in town, so might put some eggs on it. If you've got eggs, that's right. If you've got eggs and you've got chickens, don't get them on Vinted. I'd buy them. I can't get eggs anywhere at the moment. Crazy. But yeah, but I'm in the town, so you know. I mean, I went to Lidl yesterday. No eggs. Thing is, my girls get a bit annoyed because they're like, "Oh, Mum, we want you to make those really nice chocolate chip muffins that you make." I said, "Well, I can't make chocolate chip muffins if I don't have any eggs." Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah. Iceland. Actually, Iceland didn't have any eggs yesterday, but they do sometimes. You're right. Yeah, they do. Farm foods. We don't have farm foods in Littlehampton, unfortunately. But Tesco we have, and we have Asda at Ferring, and no eggs. So I can't make any cakes at the moment, which doesn't really abide with my children. But anyway, never mind. So I try to sort of like, do my reselling every day and always look positive. That's what I say. There's a house less than 5 minutes walk that sell eggs. Well, that's great. I wish I had it. I wish I had that sort of like luxury. And I see that as a luxury, Pete, having a house. Do you have Heron down south? They have eggs. No, we don't have Heron stores, but I did used to go to Heron stores when I lived in Beverley, Chris. Yes, I did. We had one then. But no, we don't have them down here. There is a big, huge store. Is it Iceland's have done another store? I don't know, really big sort of shopping sort of area. The supermarkets need to pay the egg producers a decent RS. Yes, they do. They do, you're right. But that's the only place I know. We've got an Iceland in Littlehampton, but the big Iceland we've got is in Bognor Regis. And yeah, in Portsmouth, we don't have any farms or farm shops. Only on the market at the weekend, they sell fresh farm eggs. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I do go to the markets. Like the farmers market, Arundel's got a farmers market, and I do pick up the eggs. It's just that when you just want eggs, like I don't take eggs for granted. I do. I've always got eggs. I've always had eggs in the fridge, always. And now I've just found out that there isn't many eggs around here at the moment. So yeah, but never mind. It might be tomorrow. Maybe ask on Facebook, then give them the boxes for free eggs. Yeah, that's a good idea. That is a good idea, actually. Yeah. I can go on Olio thinking, is it Olio? They might have some eggs, but no. No. Because you can do like on Olio, you can do food. People give away food, and I think they give away products as well. So yeah, there's different ones as well. Olio. So that's quite a good sort of like little app as well. If you don't have that, put that in because that's really good. And they do like another one as well where you can get different things from garages and stuff around here, like little bags and stuff. And I think Morrison's started to do it as well. So yeah, there's ways you can get stuff for quite a good price nowadays. But even so, it's still this cost of living, isn't it, guys? And it's still, I don't know. I just hope it gets better next month. Let's hope so. Too good to go. That's the one. Too good to go. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. And I use that too good to go because it's definitely too good to go, isn't it? I mean, obviously we've got Lindsay and Alvin in here who are absolutely phenomenal of how they save the planet, as far as I'm concerned. The Olio app refuses to open on my MO. Does it? Oh, Cafe, I wonder why. Maybe try and do it. Maybe just take it out and then just put it in again, because sometimes they can be really temperamental. Used to do a lot too. Yeah, and I think the thing is that you can get them, but you've got to get them by a certain time of the night. And the only ones we've got is I think it's a Shell garage, and we've also got another one, BP. So not all the garages do it. And I think the other one is like Fontwell roundabout. They've got one as well there. So yeah. No, credit where credit's due, Lindsay and Alvin. You are absolutely phenomenal. I mean, what you do, I'm just like, yeah. Try local butchers for eggs. I will. I might pop into Arundel tomorrow and try the butchers down there. I was going to do that, yeah. So that's what we do. And then I'll probably just pop into a few. Every time I go to Arundel, I always go to the charity shops. That's the thing I try to keep away from. I'm trying to keep away at the moment because I'm like, I don't need any more stock. I've got so much stock. I just need to get it on eBay and just get it all done, But I am terrible for that though. I love love sourcing. That is my downfall, I have to say. So yeah, so let's hope what tomorrow brings. I don't know, guys, but I'm sorry for waffling on. I am sorry for you've been so patient with me today, and I thank you all for that. Sometimes it's life. I read the other day that loo rolls are going to be hard to get. Yeah, because you remember in the crisis, can you remember in the we don't say the word, but you know what I mean, the pandemic, it was crazy. It was crazy. You couldn't get anything hardly. I mean, this just used to go into the shops and the shelves were just bare. Oh no, not again. I know exactly. Just saying lockdown. Exactly. Yeah, lockdown. Oh my god. No, no, we don't want that again. We don't want that again, do we? We don't want that again. But yeah. But hey ho. At the end of the day, you know, we've survived 2 wars. You know, and our ancestors survived wars and stuff. You know, they've come through it all. And you know, at the end of the day, you know, we just need to, like, you know. It'll be past the next. Oh God, don't say that. No pasta. I can't live without pasta. Pasta is one of my like go-tos, definitely. Pasta, mac and cheese, you know. Oh God, no. Don't say that. No, we can't lose the pasta. But yeah, no, make do mend through the wars. So, you know, I'm sure that as a nation, you know, in Britain, you know, we got our bootstraps on and we'll just literally just, you know, carry on, you know, because that's all we can do, isn't it? The newspapers will be lying about the toilet paper shortage to make people buy newspapers again. Yes, there you go, see. Oh, Kathy, you're funny. Oh, yeah, so. Right, anyway, guys, it's 3 o'clock. I'm sure I've taken up enough of your time. I do apologise for the mishmash of this, like, hour. But yeah, for those who weren't on right at the beginning, my daughter unfortunately has a problem with her hips at the moment, and we are waiting on an operation. My other daughter had an operation last year. I don't know what it is with my children, they're all in operations. And she was in very terrible pain, and I had to take her to the A&E. Usually her boyfriend would do it, but he's in Belgium on a some sort of like work thing, so he couldn't do it. So I had to drop everything, and that meant not doing my live. So I do apologise about that. They just gave her an injection and she just goes home, a steroid injection. But we're just waiting on this operation. But because of COVID and everything, well, I said the word there, didn't I? Because of the sea, that's what happened. Yeah, my back is a little better. So yeah, so. But thank you guys for coming on. It's been really, really good of you all to stay with me. And yeah, and I'll be back tomorrow. And yeah, we'll what is it tomorrow? Oh, it's Thursday tomorrow, isn't it? So Friday will be Guess My Age. That's still going every Friday. And yeah, see what tomorrow brings. Take care, everybody. Thank you, Kathy. It's all fixed now. The guys just told me it's all fixed. It should be. It's a new boiler. Okay. Thank you, guys. Everyone, enjoy your week. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye.